On Your Left, the podcast, episode 3. Dude, let's do a little bit of an injury update. How you feeling?
Good. I just got a lever. Do you know what the lever is?
Yeah. Brad.
Yeah,
Brad.
Brad. Is it Brad? It's not Williams too, right?
It's Brad.
Dude, Brad's the man. Anyways, lever. Showed up on my doorstep, and yeah, I ran on it for the first time yesterday, just like for a couple minutes. A couple minutes on at 10%, couple minutes off.
Wait, where was this?
Just at the gym. I set it up in the gym. Everyone's like, "What is this guy doing?" Go look it up on Instagram if you don't know what the lever is. And it took like 3 minutes. It's super quick to get it in on the treadmill. Starting to run.
Did anybody come up to you? I feel like that would just attract like a middle-aged guy who's like, kind of like a construction site.
No one came up to me. I think I tried to go to the gym at like off hours, like at 2:30.
Yeah,
no one's there.
Yeah.
Beat the rush
Before the pit gets all moshed up.
Yeah. 4 or 5 p.m. when everyone gets off of work.
Yeah.
It was nice. Yeah, just pretty quiet. I think I had a couple people look at me, but no one cared.
Nice. So I guess when's your plan to like get back to full? Yeah. What does Trevor say about full capacity?
Trevor wants me. I mean, it depends day to day, right? I'm gonna run tomorrow with the lever, and then for 30 minutes on and off, and then hopefully by next week we're doing runs without walking on the treadmill.
Nice.
And then the week after, maybe we're on the ground.
All right. Yeah. Progressing. I mean, you showed up with no crutch again, so things got to be looking up. Dude, you showed up here and gave me a horror story. You went on a ride today and got 2 flats. I mean, the classic St. George, the St. George classic.
Is that classic? Because I noticed since moving here, so I have brand new gator skins on my bike right now.
Wild.
Brand new. And I've only done, I've been injured, so I've only done 6 rides outside. And I've had 4 flats.
Yeah.
In those 6 rides with brand new gators. So there's something about the road service here in St. George and let's go back to the race. The race here, we saw all these flats.
I actually forgot to tell you this. Sorry to cut you off, but I got back from our ride. What was that, 2 weeks ago? I have a flat. And it was a slow leak, but my GT bike's also got a slow leak. So yeah, sorry about the race.
No, I mean, I'm just saying that a lot of people are getting flats in St. George. Something to do with maybe there's some bush or thorns that are out there on the surf, on the road now.
There is. When Canute came here to train for Worlds, it's a knife fight out there. He got he was here for 2 weeks. He probably got 4 flats over 2 weeks. It's it's a mix of things. It depends what roads, but where you were riding today, there's a bush with needles, and especially if it's been windy, those little needles, and then you won't find them. It'll pop in and pop out, and yeah. So I think that's what it is, especially up there. That's where I've gotten my flats up there. That's what it's been. Yeah. It's been little needles.
And up there, you mean Pine Valley? So I rode up to 5,000-6,000 feet. St. George is about 2,500 feet. I got 2 flats. The first flat, I had a tube. Second flat, I never bring 2 tubes.
Who brings 2 tubes?
Yeah, I brought 1 tube, and right after I got a flat. Julie, shout out Julie, part of the St. George or Southern Utah Triathlon Club. She gave me a tube, and it was the wrong size valve. And then she bailed, and I was like, I got it. I'm good. I'm a pro, everything's good. It wasn't good. The valve, my vision rims were too deep, and the valve just peeked over the top of it. Yeah. So I needed a actual pump. Guy pulls over within 90 seconds of me realizing I don't have the proper hand pump, and said, "Hey, come to my house. I'll hook you up." So I get driven.
Come to my house.
I think his name's.
I got a well in the basement.
Takes me to his house. We pump it up. I ride home. 3.5 hours later, I'm home, and it's 104 degrees. I'm descending down Snow Canyon, and it was a hot one. I started at 8:30, which is rough.
Well, I mean, starting at 8:30, but for a long ride, yeah. I mean, working at 8:30 is great right now. It's a perfect temperature. I mean, but it does get hot pretty quick. 9:30 is when it really turns on you. Yeah.
But at that elevation, at 6,000 feet, it's a lot better. It's 10 degrees cooler up at Pine Valley.
Yeah. So Jason he's the race director you were telling me for the Huntsville Senior Games, which is the triathlon that was put on in my neighborhood. And he was a race director. So, I've always had this plan to do a sprint triathlon draft legal in my neighborhood. It would be perfect.
Yeah. We got to get, so we've been talking about that. We got to get Justin Reale, Organic Kyle, put some content on. We get Nick Chase. We get all the RTS guys out here.
Yeah.
Put together like Olympic distance. We're not going to get ITU involved.
No. We don't get any. No, we just get USAT involved to make sure it's sanctioned and age groupers get points. Just there's not enough triathlons. There's there's a less than 5 triathlons in short, especially, with Ironman gone, like people are going to be wanting to do something. So, we get Clydesdale Athena, we get over 50 category, we hit them all. We get the juniors in, especially with the course, like it's 2 roundabouts. And you were like, I don't know, man, like it's going to get bunched up with the roundabouts, with the hill. And I'm like, that is perfect. Cause clearly like with your background in racing and like Nick's swimmability and Justin's swimmability, like it might even, just bunch things up enough where it'll just be an all out bloodbath on the run.
Yeah. We need to shorten the swim so that it is all together.
Yeah, that's like a 300, like a super sprint swim,
or just call it like 750, but like, oops, it's a 350,
and like specialize the distance where it's just like the on your left distance or something,
and then have it be downriver.
Or how we should do a time boost for transitions, like fastest transition gets plus 30, like Super League it.
Yeah. Fastest bike.
Yeah.
Fastest run.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can have preems.
I texted you this morning, like, what time we should do this. You didn't answer me. And I'm like, I don't think Matt's the ghosting guy. And like, dude, the insecurities are creeping. I'm like, maybe Matt doesn't even want to do the podcast anymore. So are you? And like, our relationship is continuing to grow, like obviously, but like, are you the type of guy where I don't hear from you? Like clearly, so there was something that went wrong. Is that odd for you not to answer? To like a text message within, dude, it was like 6 hours. So I was I was like, I don't know if he's the type of guy to like just ghost. I don't know, like what's his texting ethic like.
No,
behavior?
I'm not. That's not me.
Okay.
I didn't bring the phone on, so I had a double flat with no cell phone. I rolled up. I'm at the top of Snow Canyon. I realized I don't have a phone, and I'm like, today we're gonna roll the dice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't go back there. Yeah, I mean,
and it's 104 degrees out there. Like,
you're already out of the worst of it in terms of heat. So
yeah.
So wait, you went reverse loop? You went up the Snow Canyon and then reverse Veo instead of like...
I'm just calling it Snow Canyon. What's the highway right there?
Yeah.
Next to
it's
Snow
the
Canyon.
highway right there. I know what you mean.
I don't have it dialed yet.
Yeah, I've been here for 3.5 years. I still don't have it dialed. All right, so that's talking Matt's morning. So there was a race in Poland. We want to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it on our other episodes here on your left. So Matt wanted to talk about it. Let's get into it. So what are your thoughts on that? Krakow 70.3.
Yeah. So let's first and foremost, Casper, good friend of mine. He came up to Flagstaff, trained with him for like 1.5 years. He took the win. Stepnia. Stepnik? I'm butchering his last name. He took the win. Pretty quick time. I saw 3 hours and 38 minutes.
Stepniak, Bahrain guy.
Yep, big Bahrain guy.
So he's fast.
What was his time? I thought it was 3:38.
He did a 3:38.54.
So that's quick.
With a 1:13, a European 1:13. So, but that's still fast. What do you bike? 1:58 sub 2.
Yeah.
Hammering 22-minute swim.
I do want to give him a shout out. Like he had a really good race in Texas. He had a good build up in Flagstaff, and he came out of the water in the front pack, but then had cramps in T1 and then solo bridged after getting dropped by like a couple minutes in T1, dealing with those cramp issues, and made his way up to 10th, finished 10th.
I'm kind of bullish on cramps.
With Matthew Marquardt.
Yeah, like he's devaluing cramps single-handedly.
I would agree. That guy, like, it doesn't make any sense how he's like had cramps coming out of a swim.
As someone in med school who were like, you probably should look into that, dude, in between everything else you're doing.
Everyone's like, yeah, that guy's not getting enough salt.
Well, Evan's like, he's clearly fatigued, and then he goes out and does the thing he does at Cannes. Shout out Max Spurl.
Yeah.
So that's a comeback story, right? What do you guys say about that?
Ben Rozelle athlete. He said he was out for 10 months with illness and injury. He got sick at Oceanside, and then He like built back up after getting sick, got sick again, then he got injured. So second place looks good.
Yeah, I feel like he was on the Roth start list and then he pulled out. And then shout out to third place, Pevsov, Ukrainian guy, pride of Ukraine, doing it. Dude, if Ukraine's not turning this into some kind of pro propaganda during what they're going through right now, they're missing out. I mean, this guy single-handedly is the Ukrainian hope here. Where do you run? Yeah, 112, fastest run split.
What did he bike?
203, 202.59. So that was about 5 minutes slower than Max and the first guy. I can't pronounce his name. And then shout out Stojanovic from where's he from?
That's our guy.
I don't know what flag that is. I think he's either 2 or 1. I know he's a dad.
Yeah. So you got that dad boost.
I forgot where he's from. Is he from Slovenia or like, dude? These Europeans are gonna hate us for this. I don't know what flag that is.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah, dude, that's a tough one.
I'm not even gonna guess. I'm gonna offend someone.
Where is it? But I think that might be Serbian. I was gonna say Serbia.
It almost looks Slovenian.
I think I did say Slovenian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell me where it is on a map, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's talking 70.3 Krakow. Not a Pro Series race. We didn't do power rankings.
We forgot to mention Colin was there.
Oh shit! Yeah, Colin came in 6th, dude. He came out of the water in 10th and then climbed up to 6th.
So American Colin.
Yeah.
How do you say his last name again?
Zuch. I believe 1:14.09. See, it's a European. Like I don't think Colin runs that fast. So it might be a little short. It's a European half.
What did he run?
1:14.09.
Okay.
201 bike split per usual, and a 23:55 swim, so a little slower on the swim.
So he was out there to do aero testing, right?
I believe
that's what we saw on I saw on his social.
Yeah, I remember he posted something in Poland. I mean, that guy races all the time. Evan's got like stats on him where like this season's like the down year for him where he's not racing like every other weekend. Like that dude races. I mean, he's young. So yeah. I mean, if his body can bounce back, and
I think it shows like a 6th place. I would have thought he would have been up on the podium. But when you're young, I think he's 24. When you're that young and you're going over to Europe, there is a learning curve.
He's younger than that.
Like when I was going over to Europe every summer to race for USAT and do the ITU circuit, like there definitely was a learning curve, but I had like a team there. You had like USA Triathlon's high performance team, massage therapist. A lot of the logistics were taken care of by, my coach at the time, Brian. Like you really didn't do anything. He's over there on his own. I'm sure like whether he had a homestay or not, you're trying to figure out, where to eat, what to
diet,
eat, diet, like
bowel
the time
movements.
zone. Yeah. And the time zone. So it's a learning curve. And I think you see it too when Europeans come over here doing the full or the half and they don't perform as well.
I do. Now that you say it, like, dude, the guy's he was part of Girona Racing Academy like last year or 2 years ago. For something tells me he spent a lot of time in Europe.
Really?
Yeah. He's like
Colin.
Yeah, he's like triathlon's most interesting man, just like of how much he's like pressed fast forward on his career. He was on Girona Racing Academy.
He lived in Girona.
Yeah.
Okay. Then for a solid disregard amount. Anything I said.
Yeah.
So he was locked in.
Now that you said that, I was like remembering. I'm like, wait, I think he's. Yeah, I mean, dude, he was racing pro at like 18. So I mean, I don't know.
I like this year is the only time I've really met him. Like a couple times at races. Really nice kid, but I should get to know him a little bit better.
Yeah, no, he's a solid dude. Dude, his first pro race, funny story, races Indian Wells, and then the next week goes and races Haines City, Florida, 70.3 as an amateur, and wins, and then gets dropped from the results because he already took his pro card and raced a week before as a pro. So he was just like, that's how much the dude races. Like he was racing amateur right after his first pro race. Anyways, that is talking Poland. So next up on the agenda, T100 London this weekend. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with T100. We have written down what we're going to talk about. Is the question is what is missing from the T100? Oh, I guess I'll kick it off here. There is just something missing about this race series, and we talk about it all the time. It's the same 6 guys. You look at the wild cards. You got Henrik Gooch got a wild card. He's an Ironman guy. It's almost like they invite Sam Long in, who's clearly training for Nice, but he's a contracted athlete. there's just seems to be a lack of enthusiasm from the athletes, a lack of coordination. And I feel like they're really sticking to the point system of like who should theoretically be next in line to get an invite, even if it doesn't make sense in terms of the format. Does that make sense? Like on the rankings? Mm-hmm. I feel like they need to be cherry picking and going to get other guys that they know could perform versus going down the list of guys that are next in line. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I don't know, but there is something missing from the T100.
I feel like there is a bit of that going on, both. But at the end of the day, like they're not going to invite more Americans over there. We're not going to make the jump.
Why isn't Morgan racing? Is it his decision to make? I would assume.
Is Morgan not racing?
Dude, so that's the other thing. We're in the group chat trying to find the start list. I don't even know if the official start list says. I haven't seen him on any start list for this.
Just to clarify, Morgan's planning to race the double. There's a double that's coming up, WTS and a T100 on the same weekend.
In Spain or something.
So that's in Spain.
Or no, it's France.
Toulouse. I know he's racing that. About London, I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. So he's just not prioritizing London, which is crazy. It's like, how do you expect us to like invest emotionally into this race series when even the fans don't know who's racing because the athletes have their choice? It's almost like they need to say, no, you guys all need to show up for out of like, what is it? 9 races. You guys all need to show up for these 5 so we can market the shit out of it. Otherwise, like half the roster on the females are wild cards or, non-contracted athletes. So it's just like a bizarre business model where they're like letting the athletes, like I get giving them, some leeway, especially if you're going to be changing locations like halfway through the year, like make them go to Australia. It just seems it's almost like a super try thing where they're just changing so much without really like taking into account like the fans. It's almost like if the NFL just changed their like playoff format halfway through the season.
Yeah. I mean, I think they need to remodel the whole program and just rip off what Ironman's doing. I would love to see them just like don't even have contracted athletes. Anyone could sign up, have tons of prize money, have a huge field, have a lot more age groupers. Yep. Just rip off what Ironman's doing, but do it better.
Yep. Dude, and especially at that distance, like get a pro development category, a age group elite, maybe offer some minor prize money to that, give athletes incentives to go, like, because a lot of these guys, like a lot of the mid-pack to backpack pros in Ironman have coaching businesses. Let them build the hype locally for you. That's where the real money is. Like if you look at the Ironman races, like we were talking about, what was it, fucking Indian Wells? Like we looked at the results. There's about 2,100 total athletes that finished, 2,200. They're paying on average $375 to $400 to race. That's a conservative estimate. I'd imagine a lot of those are late sign up twos, which is like around like what, $450. I don't even know. I think it's over 400. That's almost like $800,000 coming in just from an age group field. And if you were to go cherry pick, and I've been fucking beating this dead horse for years. If you were to go cherry pick New York Tri, Chicago Tri, like Super Tri did, LA Tri, throw a race down to Miami, do what Lifetime did, but make it T100 distance, and create like an age group elite field. Get the buzz there, build it locally there. That's my move.
And I know they have an age group race normally the day before.
Yeah.
That's still happening, but it just doesn't have the hype of Ironman. And it's not, I don't think that branding is necessarily the problem because all the top pros right now are at T100. It's more
no, they're not.
A lot of them
embrace debate. A lot of the short course guys, the Norwegians,
Jellegines and Hayden are there. They went 1-2 at 7.3 Worlds. I guess like then the Norwegians aren't there.
True.
So like
that's true.
Okay, let's just say right now it's split in half. That's the way I look at it. The top pros are at T100. The other half are going to do Ironman.
So do you think there's some pros in Ironman that are getting paid to race Ironman?
From Ironman?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Maybe. I mean, we get like, when you show up to a race, if you're ranked, I think top 5 going into a 70.3, they give you like a gift card for like,
I've seen those
$500, $750. I think the top guy maybe gets 1,000.
Yeah.
But like that's nothing. That's
Yeah,
compared
yeah.
to T100.
That's
contract.
just enough to like say like, yeah, I'll go race.
Yeah.
And like I've heard them obviously, you know, like when South America pays North American athletes to come down and race in like the middle of nowhere.
I don't think it's that much though
to pull
in
you
comparison.
away.
Yeah. They're not. Christian's not. I don't think though that Christian is getting an appearance fee from Ironman. I doubt it, because I think he would come out and publicly say something.
Yeah, I guess the incentive then is just do well in the Pro Series.
Yeah. It would be cool to see Ironman start paying like for because they do that like at Boston. They do that at like major marathons.
Yeah,
you get appearance fees.
Yeah, we really need to separate the pro field, in my opinion, though. Too like if you're going to compete in that like buzz and consistency, like the Pro Series is doing a great job at it. But there should be some relegation, limit the pro size so you can cover it better. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think if T100 wants to stay around long term, what it comes down to is age groupers. Like you have to have age group participation. That's what's going to pay the bills and have longevity in the sport. I just think like getting donors from wherever, Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi or
Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar. Isn't sustainable.
Commit to a region too. Go Europe and in North America, maybe not have an age group race at all your races. If you're going to go and have a race in Jersey or a race down in Australia, like that makes sense too, because just it's like local. But commit to North America, commit to Europe. So, and what I mean by that is like have the grand final on the East Coast, so it's easy to get to from Europe and easy to get to in America, where majority of your fans are. So you age groupers have like a clear reason. Like, why jump on a 15-hour flight to go race a world championships in Qatar? Like, it just doesn't seem, you know, especially for me, like I'll never fly halfway across the world to go race an age group world championships. Like for an Ironman, like I don't know, like going to New Zealand sounded crazy.
Well, okay, as a pro, it makes sense, right? If you're in a contract.
Yeah.
Or if I got the wild card, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of benefits to that. But for an age grouper, there's no way if you're an age grouper, you're going to Qatar, going to Europe to do a T100.
Dude, I saw this Australia guy. He's like, I qualified for the world championships, and I'm like, oh, like Ironman in my head. And he's like, help fund me to go to Qatar. And I'm like, bro, this guy thinks he's racing a world championships in Qatar. It's not a world championships. Majority of the age groupers are still racing Ironman for the world championships. Like, I guess it's the T100. Yeah, okay, technically it's labeled that. And I'm just like, dude, there's so many people who aren't even going to bother qualifying because they don't want to travel to Qatar.
And they do need that legacy behind the sport of like, they need years of age group racing back to back. They need rankings because like age groupers get caught up with like, you know, their ranking, and then there's like Team Zoot, like get those teams involved.
Yeah. Get just new media involved.
Just rip off.
So this alternative broadcasting, it's like prime to get like shit talkers like myself and like other personalities. I'm not saying me in particular, but like get other people involved to do the alternative broadcast. If there's no one commentating that, it's going to piss me off, because there are so many people you could reach out to just like chop it up, or like do a shared, like kind of like what Barstool does, have cameras on like a group of guys in a room reacting to the race. Like it doesn't even need to be like a professional broadcast.
I mean, let's do it.
I will.
For London, it's going to be in the middle of the night, right?
I know, but the only problem with that is like it would definitely get taken down. So it'd only have to be like Barstool when they do it. It only shows the guys in their like man cave. It doesn't show the event. So if we got the nod from T100 to say, okay, you guys can do the alternative broadcast, that's when you turn the cameras, and then you could also share screen the race. So because otherwise, as a viewer, you have to have both screens up to watch the reaction. Yeah, so it's bullshit. Anyways, T100, there's a lot of ideas that I have that I don't want to say because we might be doing them for Super Try in Chicago if we do go, but we're crushing it right now with the creative content collaboration with Blake and me with podium racing that we're going to be doing. And I'll talk about it more as we get there. So next up on the list, we are 25 minutes in. This is going to be like a 45-minute episode. I can already tell. High school track dude. So damn dude, I forgot to write his name down. What is his name? Cool, like something Haas, the guy who ran the 800.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, what is his name?
Cognitive check.
800-meter high school track record.
What's his name?
I literally had it and I forgot to write it down. Cooper Lutgenhouse. Definitely mispronounced.
27. 27.
Yeah. So Steve McGenius, the McGenius. And I get like, dude, you're on social media enough and in the sport enough where people just repost his stuff. And I'm like, who is this guy? Like, who is McGenius? Do you know his background?
Yeah. Do you know I know his
no,
background.
I don't know his background.
Like Steve Magnus, I guess, became famous for being a whistleblower for Alberto Salazar, for opening up the case on like on them doping.
Oh,
he's like the reason why Alberto Salazar is like serving. I think originally it was like a couple-year ban, and then Mary Kane came along and basically proved that he was being abusive, and now he has a lifetime ban.
God, I didn't know
That's
that.
the Nike coach.
Okay, yeah.
So he was known for that. Went on BBC and like did all this reporting with them.
Okay.
On how Galen Rupp was taking testosterone and all these drugs.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which
so the McGenius is a whistleblower. He's a protect the shield guy. He's and he's a doctor, scientist, or like just an all-around coach.
Maybe in sports science.
Okay. I mean, you go on his Instagram, you go on his X account, you go on his threads. The dude just has opinions, and he could write a book without as many tweets as he has.
Yeah, I think he's an assistant or he's a head coach at a either a high school or like a D2 program in Texas,
which makes sense. So I see his like reposts, and I'm like, everything everyone always says about this guy is like always on the up and up. So like I started getting sick of it. I'm like, he can't always be right with his opinions and his posts. Like I'm sure he's right a lot, but there's gotta be a little fluff in there here and there. So when I like see him post stuff, I'm like, I wish I brought examples other than this one example. I'm like, this guy just knows how to play the internet. So he compared this. He said it was better than LeBron's high school career or start of his career, I think he said. And it was the greatest athletic achievement in history. Take a bow. Yeah. Okay.
It's a bold statement.
You coming from the track background, like, do you agree?
In the sport of track and field, I would say it's the greatest.
Really?
Yes.
Justin Lippert said that too to me.
Yeah, 16 years old to run that fast on that stage.
Okay.
And have a 3-second PR. So his PR before going into the trials was 145. In that final, so after on his third round, right? He had 3 rounds. He ran 142.27.
Okay,
and almost won. And then have you watched the video? Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
He's like out of the frame.
Yeah, he's like out of the frame.
Yeah.
But what does that even mean? Because he's still second. So like my whole thing is so what that comes down to is age, right? The whole argument's around age. It's not about performance, because by performance, it's clearly not. So it's the fact he was 16 and did it. Right. That's really the argument that pushes it over the hill. So there's a few things that I wrote down that I wanted to compare. So I was deep into ChatGPT last night, because the more I started researching like athletic performances, the more I'm like, this motherfucker just LeBron baited us hard. He brought LeBron. You don't bring LeBron into an argument unless you want to get clicks. Nadia Comaneci, 14 years old, scored the first perfect 10 in Olympic gymnastics history. Katie Ledecky won Olympic gold 800-meter freestyle at 15. Simone Biles won 2 world championship golds by 16. Wayne Rooney scored his first goal at 16. Tiger Woods won the Masters at 21. Tara Lipinski figure skating gold Olympics 15.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. These, these are way better.
Okay. Yeah. So at least we're there. So you think for the track performance? Now here's a caveat, one that's really gonna throw a wrinkle into this. Jesse Owens went to the Olympics in 1936 and won 3 gold medals in front of Hitler. So,
but how old was he? I think
this was before super shoes.
Okay, I think this is. Of course, it was.
This is the McGenius at work.
So okay, I will say that the performance for someone like U18, someone at 16 years old, that is the greatest performance ever.
Okay, I would maybe
in the sport of track and did I say in the sport of track and field? Yeah, the greatest thing ever done?
You said the greatest thing in track and field
ever.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to take that back.
Okay. I thought
that sounds crazy.
I thought I was going crazy.
It's definitely up there, but man, there's got to be like.
Okay, here's another argument. So I've been loosely following track and field accounts for the past year. It seems like a big year for high school records going down. Every like other week, I see like another indoor, outdoor, like high school record going down. Is the training getting better? Let's also point out the fact that this guy's a genetic freak. He looks like he's 25. His dad was like a D1 1500 meter guy. His brother was like a D2 guy, track and field. So it could be a little Todd Minerovich thing going on. I don't know if you know who Todd Minerovich is. His dad was like bred him to be a quarterback in the NFL, like used to stretch him and do yoga when he was in the cradle. And like he grew up and got drafted like first round, and then he like crashed out hard because he like couldn't handle the pressure. So I don't know if like is his dad a lunatic?
Yeah, no comment.
All right. So having said that, I appreciate you backtracking on the greatest ever. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from the guy.
I just don't know if it's the greatest ever. Like, leave in the comments what you think the greatest track and field record or accomplishment is. But I can tell you right now, the list that you just made is by far better than anything this guy's done.
Here's a few more,
and they're younger.
Here's a few more athletic achievements, and there's more here. So we got Cal Ripken's start streak from like 1982 to like 96. The guy started like 2,100 games in the MLB. Brady's Super Bowl comeback against the Falcons. Joey Chestnut, 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes this year. Jordan flu game. Jesse Owens, I already said 4 Olympic golds. I think I said 3. Will Chamberlain's 100 points. I don't know how logistically that's possible. Also, Will Chamberlain averaged 50.4 points a game and 25.7 rebounds in a season, which is insane. Doc Ellis throwing a no-hitter on acid to round it out. Crazy athletic achievements.
Yeah. I feel like he's implying something with his message.
I think he knows how to work the internet.
Yeah.
And the thing with Steve McGenius is you go to the comments and everything's like spot on. Like he could be like water's wet and people are just like this, like fire emoji. And I think he's maybe a little, echo chambered a little bit, but Steve, with all due respect, I just disrespected you a little bit.
It got the clicks though.
Dude, that's a LeBron rage bait. It was when I saw that, I'm like, there's no way this guy just invoked LeBron into this argument for no reason. For no reason. Did you see that one account made the meme where he crosses the finish line in the 800 and then it's like LeBron like superimposed dunking?
We might have to pull that up.
Oh shit. Yeah, let me send it to myself. It's actually really funny. It's on our story right now, which by the way, Joey Chestnut is crushing his 800 meter in the pole on our story. So let me just send this to myself so I can
That's funny.
Okay. Now we're getting to the part of the episode where we pull up some social media clips. The first one is going to be the treadmill fact check guy. He's a young guy, creates running content. I don't know if I think he does like foot stability stuff. So good for him. Pull this up a little bit, but he's running in jeans. He says that this is 4-minute pace that he's running, and he runs in sandals. So it's all about like weight distribution and stuff like that.
So this right here, sorry, this is 4-minute pace. He's claiming.
Yeah, he's claiming 4-minute pace here. Primal flip flops.
The first thing on
4:30.
4:30. You're in 4:30. If you're able to do some form of like he's doing like A skips right there, which is a running drill, going 4:30 pace. Yeah. There's no way that's happening, and making it look that easy in jeans with his sandals, which I actually like the sandals.
His jeans and his swamp ass, right?
So we had to do a deep dive. Like you were like, I don't trust this video. There's no way he's going for 30 pace. So you sent me this, and I agreed, and I had to look up the treadmill. So I had to I looked at a couple other videos outside of this, found the treadmill name.
Yep.
And then Googled the treadmill name. It only goes up to 5-minute pace.
Yeah, which is 12 miles an hour. Everybody knows for you to get a treadmill that goes to 15 miles per hour, which you would need, there are far and few between.
Yeah.
And they don't look like this. They do not look like this. So, yeah.
So he's going 5-minute pace at fastest.
Unless he's like putting on an incline, but even still, you can't go at max speed with the incline on most treadmills. It won't allow you to do it. So fraudster, Schwoll Animal. Damn, that name sucks.
Did he reply to your comment?
I said, that's not 4:30. it was some other guy. He goes, hard to judge on a treadmill, and he changes stride multiple times. Also, look how fast the treadmill is moving. Could be a pace you couldn't fathom.
You've never ran 4:30 pace ever in your life.
Maybe I definitely have.
I'm just kidding.
No, but
that's no, dude.
Dude, that's so funny because that's the one reason why we called this out. I was like, look at the tread. It's like it's not moving forth there.
I wish we had a photo of the treadmill that he's running on.
So I know I should have pulled that up. Yeah, it's. I mean, we could find it pretty quick. I believe.
I mean, it's a while back. We might have to edit this out. But
yeah. All right. Anyways, we found it. I think it was like right here. You could see the model down there. Yeah, the True. So we went on their website and we looked up their treadmills. And I don't even think they make a treadmill that goes 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
This is the same treadmill. So, it looks like he's in a YMCA basement. It's just, we know what you're doing. You're better than that kid. All right. So the next one is going to be spin class aerobics. Now these were popular like right before COVID and then got big like after COVID. And I'm not trying to shame any spin class, but this whole upper body movement stuff, what is it doing? It's,
I don't know. You're just moving. Motion is lotion. It's my favorite saying. But I don't think you're getting like stronger in your upper body by doing these pumps on a bike.
No. But like, so that's like where he's like, let's go, crisscross applesauce.
Now, as professionals, I can tell you right now that pumping like that on a bike is not proper form.
No.
I would never pump like this. You don't look at guys in the tour seeing the pump when they're riding.
It's just a high intensity class. And like this girl down here, like, we love you, sweetheart. But what are you doing there? I mean, you're creating bad habits, the RPMs. And what's a shame is like most people that go to these classes want to get shredded, right? That's why you go there. You sweat a lot, and you're just better off dropping the cadence, up in the power, staying focused, staying kind of core tight, and all of that. Not this whole thing.
Yeah, and I hear what you say. I don't want to sound like an elitist, but I do think that when you have that many people riding that many hours each week, like at some point, like there's a high risk of injury because they're not getting proper bike fits. I don't want to sound too much like I'm a cyclist where I'm like, they're not wearing white shoes with white socks.
Well, they're not clipping in either. Most of them are.
Yeah, most of them are not clipping in. Maybe this guy is. But like, how high is your saddle? Are your knees bowing out? Like, you could run into some serious injuries. It's still a low impact sport, but I could see some serious injuries coming out of a spin class.
I mean, honestly, it's more about the instructor's ego and him being on a stage. Like, this instructor like was supposed to be on Broadway, and then he basically like couldn't hack it in New York City, so now he's like a spin teacher in Houston. Or he does improv on the weekends, and this is his get off for being on a stage and getting eyes on him. Like, that's how I kind of see it. Because you see them, they get off the bike, they're like walking around the room, like whipping their shirts, and it's very performative. They're theater kids who got into spin class, in my opinion. I mean, honestly, like, what are we doing here?
Theater kids, I was thinking more like gym rats that...
No,
that's not the type?
No, they wouldn't be caught dead in here. Unless they're single guys. That's an angle. I used to date a girl that would drag me to these classes, and I would just kind of go in the back corner. I would bring bike shorts, and I would kind of just do my thing. And the instructor used to always call me out. She'd be like, "You're a cyclist, huh? Because you're not doing the moves with us. You're not on cadence and stuff." And I'll be like, "Hey, like, this is a cross train. Like, I'm here so I can get laid. Like, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I'm not going to compromise my training for this class." All right. So next one. Let's get into the next one. We got guy puts a movie screen in his swim goggles. Did you take a look at this?
You mentioned that when you sent this to me.
So this is wild. Let me refresh it. So this guy, he is a inventor, I want to say, of some sorts, but he looks up, basically there's no swim goggles that have a screen and form. He's not satisfied with form. So he legit builds one.
So he's okay. So these are like
that's inside the goggle.
What are the Apple headphones?
VR.
It's like a VR goggle.
I guess in the terms of like there's a screen inside, but yeah, it's like where the form is with your stats. It's like it's a screen that can play movies.
But there's no audio, is there?
just blew my mind. I didn't even watch the whole thing.
Imagine if you could watch a full movie and do a 2-hour swim.
That's wild. Because you honestly, with the black line, like you don't really have to see where you're going. Like you can pay attention in the peripheral of like if you're in a straight line.
It honestly, like if you're not focusing on anything other than your stroke when you're swimming, just get out of the pool.
Greg Harper's like pumping his fist now.
He's got, he's looking around for people with like their watch on, just ready to rip someone a new one.
Dude, I'm surprised Greg didn't comment on this, like soft or something. Yeah, you didn't comment on it. That's funny. I got sent this so much, and I'm like, damn, Greg's probably going to talk about it before we do.
Well, we got him.
Oh shit! Yeah, but look at this. He like contracts people. It's wild. I mean, this is pointless.
Did you just have Dragon Ball Z on there?
Yeah.
That's way too aggressive for like a swim set.
All right, last post is our boy here. We were talking about this post. I got sent it a ton, and it's an age grouper who did 70.3 Oceanside, and he is not happy about it. And he's so mad about it, and he hates it so much. He made a post about why he's never going to do it again.
Mm-hmm. Oceanside's terrible.
He doesn't want
to
do
ever go again.
I'll be honest with him. I was kind of on his side because I really didn't like Oceanside either, but the more people sent this to me, the more I changed my tune on it. So he doesn't like Oceanside because he got DQ'd because of the speed limit downhill. He then states the water's too cold and it's a tough course.
Oh man, you don't want to go to a tough course. That's the worst.
Yeah, you really don't.
It's not that tough. Okay, California in what month? March, or is it April?
First week of April. You're right.
All right, so I grew up in Southern California. So this is the weather's always pretty dang perfect. Mm-hmm. Outside of the water being a little cold, mm-hmm. and this guy, I think we said he was Canadian.
Yeah, I think he's Canadian.
The water is not that cold for a Canadian. Yeah, I can tell you that. Normally the bike, maybe the first couple minutes on the bike are a little chilly, but if we want to compare it to like so many other triathlons that are like too hot or, actually cold, this is pretty mellow. It
frustrates me that he is complaining about, and then he admits it, about the speed zone, because first of all, it's an iconic location. I mean, you had Patrick Lang come out here, race it. Jan Frodeno, this used to be his like, in his like racing schedule. You got the best athletes in the world come and race this race who don't give a shit about the speed zone, and it's only there because somebody died. It's not like you have to go to zero. You just have to keep it below, what is it, 25? I mean, and honestly, like, it is kind of a sharp turn, but like somebody died. It's just it's part of the course. It's just something you deal with.
Yeah. Here's a pro tip, buddy. Get your Garmin, and when it says miles per hour on the Garmin, just go to 24.
That's pretty hot,
Yeah,
that's a great
or
tip.
put it on your watch, and Greg Harper is looking at his watch when he comes out of the swim with it, and he looks over and sees 24.
I wasn't even thinking about that, just like not going above it, above the speed limit.
All you have to do is look down at your computer for literally and
30 seconds. There's so many signs. There's like a light up sign.
Slow down.
Did they tell you in the briefing? It's in the athlete guide. Like, you have to be, at this point, you have to be an idiot to get DQ'd for this, and then to come on here and be like, this is so stupid. You know what somebody told me who's won this race multiple times that sent me this post? They said it's just part of doing Oceanside. In what other triathlon are you allowed to take a break? Like, what in every part of any racing a triathlon do you get to coast for a few seconds? And I thought that was an interesting point. That's a half glass full mindset. Mm-hmm. That's making lemonade from lemons.
Yeah. And then what's the last thing
dude, shout out Kyle Organic for liking it. What a worm.
He didn't even read the caption.
Kyle, I love you.
He's about to have a kid. Shout out.
Yeah. Freezing cold. If you're a beginner triathlete looking to compete in your first 70.3, this might not be the course. It's tough, technical, and unforgiving. Name me a course that's not unforgiving. I mean, the run is beautiful. It's rolling. Yeah, it cuts your stride a little bit to run up to the boardwalk, but that's just a unique course. Name me another course that doesn't have like a unique feature.
It's also not that technical.
But if you need coaching, this guy's selling coaching plans. So,
oh, great. I'll buy one.
It's definitely not that technical. Sorry to cut you off.
It's not that technical. Like, okay, Nice is technical.
Oh yeah.
This compared to Nice is nothing.
You got to be able to ride your bike to ride Nice.
If you want to ride fast.
100%.
Soft pedal down that hill.
You could lose a lot of time, especially with the speed bumps.
Rudy Von Berg is going to go off.
Can't wait. I'm so horny for Nice. Can't wait. All right. Let's stop the screen share here. Stop the nonsense. Episode 3, 45 minutes, 46 minutes.